Good morning. So, this morning I woke up at 96 kilos. Yay. And nothing's really changing. I mean, every once in a while I'll take my walks, and I am super happy with the food that I get to eat. And, like, and back in the day, I remember if I ate late, like I did last night, I kind of ate at 9 o'clock. So I've only been fasting so far for about 12 hours and a little bit. Um, I remember, like, I don't know, maybe you guys do this. You eat a pizza or do whatever, and I'll give you the volume. So I ate 12 chicken wings and a 2 egg omelet with cheese. All right, so kind of consider, gosh, how much food is that, right? Now, equate that to maybe 3 or 4 slices of pizza, maybe a donut or something, whatever it is you eat before you go to bed. I know donuts are typically breakfast food in America, but in Mexico, they eat a sweetbread typically at night with some, maybe decaf coffee or some chocolate milk. But anyway, I'd go to bed, and then I'd have it here. I'd have the food here. It would just be, and start sweating, and it's like, oh, because your metabolism, I mean, you have 2 hours and you've got to get that poison out of your system. And glucose, it's not the preferred fuel of the body, but it is the one it needs to deal with first, because ketones are absolutely happy, but glucose is a really nasty chemical. It's like gasoline compared to a slow burning wax candle. Okay, so the body needs to deal with the gas. You don't worry about your wax candle, and it'll produce heat. It'll produce a lot of heat over a long period of time. But that gasoline, obviously, it's got a smell to it. All right, so your body needs to deal with that. And that's what it's doing for the 2 hours. All right, so in my case now, I ate at 9. I think I went to bed about 11. So 2 hours later, and you're sitting there and slept like a baby. I mean, your stomach is working that through. It was almost all protein and fat. Obviously, it had to be. There's 0 carbs in the sauce. There were 0 carbs in the chicken, and there's a trace of carbs in the egg. And the spices I used had no carbs. The cheese may have had a little bit of leftover casein, but again, considering the volume of food, the carbohydrates would register 0 if I divided it. So insulin went up a little bit on the protein, and it just kind of did what it had to do with the proteins, and since my metabolism required it, or I wouldn't have been hungry, my body used it immediately for fuel. And right about now, here at 12 hours, all of that is gone. You consider I probably took in 800 calories. That's kind of what I calculated. And since my body burns over 2,000 calories a day just sitting here twiddling my thumbs, I burn more than 2,000 calories. So my body used up all that I ate some 2 to 3 hours ago. So now I'm just on fat burning because I'm fat adapted, and my body, if my brain is sending signals, hey, we need some glucose, then the brain gets it. But I'm definitely I've been running on ketones for 4.5 months. So I'll look back and see when I actually hit 100, because now I'm 4 kilos. That's almost 9 pounds. Well, it is 9 pounds, close enough, from where I was then. So I'll have to see where I lost the last 9 pounds. I don't have any more visceral fat, and as far as I know, my muscles have been demarbled. So I know my body weight should be probably around 90 kilos from what I can kind of sort of remember. So I'm approaching my set point. But again, I'm just going to steadily lose weight until I hit wherever my body says, this is where you belong. And then I eat when I'm hungry. Again, I do eat 1 meal a day just because I like to eat with my family. It's social. It's what we do. But it's not impacting me. Again, I just eat until I'm full, and then I stop. And then if I'm actually hungry a little later, I'll eat. If not, I'll wait till the very next day. And then by then, sometimes I'm actually hungry, so I'll eat. But I'm going to get to the point where I'm just going to go on with my life, whatever it is I have to do, and and simply not eat when I'm hungry. And just a note to myself, since really this is just my vlog, they're rattling sabers again about some new study that came out that claims that cows are increasing greenhouse gases, and that's why Bill Gates had to buy up all this farmland so they can shove their food down my throat. Look, cow they can, man. I know what the humans need to eat because I've just proved it to myself. I know that vegans need to supplement. I've watched professional vegans who've said they've been on this thing for years, but they must supplement. Absolutely necessary, especially vitamin B12. You look that up. But this thing is totally sustainable for me, all right? And, I hate to say this, but my goodness gracious, if you use the law to plunder my food source, I understand the whole life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. That's a neat legal philosophy and everything. But right down to brass tacks, when I know that you are now passing legislation that impacts my food, my literal human right to eat and my health, well, I'm sorry. All I can recommend is that you buy plenty of leashes. All right? That's all I'm going to say about it. And don't worry, I'm not going to go after my conservative friends because I know they don't buy into this bunk. But any of you leftists out there, seriously, invest in cages and leashes. All right? That's all I'm going to say about it. I am going to get my pound of flesh. All right? So, whoa, I feel really good. So that's how this diet works. I'll be uploading this to Facebook. If you have questions, write them in the comments section below. And we'll go ahead and address them if you want to do this. Like I said, I got now 2 people who have asked, hey, what are you doing? How's things going? And I point them to the doctors that help me get to where I'm at. So here I am at, let's see, from 112. So 16, what is it, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, 16 kilos in about the last 4.5 months. And I don't think that's a bad thing. That's almost 40 pounds. And it's sustainable. That's the cool thing. I mean, I'm still not exercising. Not like chiseling and everything. I just wanted to make sure everybody came back, and then I can start getting on my bicycle. And again, just doing some boot camp exercises. Those tended to give me a pretty interesting muscular structure, which I like. So wow, this is exciting. I mean, I'm a couple of weeks away from my 55th birthday, and I'm just kind of looking forward to 60 and 65 and 70 and being that dude that's like, dude, man, because I see this 80-year-old dude with a beard, doing pull-ups and all this stuff. I'm like, I'm there. And with a sustainable eating issue, my health is really wonderful. I just feel great. And they said, well, I'd rather eat like, and I was one of those, right? I'd rather eat like however I want to eat, and I'd rather die 12 years earlier than have to eat this and that and the other thing. But I get it, because what would they make you eat if you had a heart attack or whatever, right? Low salt, low fat, and you're hungry all the time because they load you up on carbs. I get it. But even if you're a heart patient, you know what you do? Eat fats, eat meats, eat salt. All right? Pig out until you're full. The weight will drop. All of these little calcifications in your arteries because of autophagy and your fasting, those will all be reconsumed by the body because it needs nutrients when you're not giving it nutrients. Gosh, I wish I could just download my whole brain, and then you'd see what I've been through over the last 4.5 months. Wonderful. Wouldn't trade it in. Happy to be on a heart-healthy diet. I love it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.